すでに直しといた。一旦お礼を直せばよ。これで全然卑怯じゃねえわけだな。すげえ爽やかなグレートですこいつは。
Crazy Diamond. The main character stand in part 4 and the stand of Josuke Higashikata. No, not that Josuke, we already talked about him in the last 2 episodes. This Josuke belongs to the main universe of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This Josuke is the main character of part 4 who possesses the stand Crazy Diamond. Crazy Diamond in part 4 has the ability of restoration. This allows Josuke to restore anything that has been completely broken, heal people from injuries even if they've completely exploded like Hayato did. He also has the ability to change the chemical bonds, like when Josuke reverted spaghetti back into ingredients, and has the ability to fuse 2 objects by configuring with their cell structure, like he did with Angelo.
Yo, Angelo.
Hello everyone, this is Mao Fedora, and welcome to the Crazy Diamond analysis. Crazy Diamond and YBA had a rework, and all in all is a very interesting stand with a variety of moves, just like its alternate counterpart, Soft and Wet, and is very powerful. So enough with the intro, and let's begin with the showcase. Welcome to the showcase everyone. The first thing to know about Crazy Diamond is that it's pretty high base damage, with a solid 8.9 per M1 and 1.5 per barrage hit. This already makes it one of the highest damaging stands in the game, but it's pretty much average when it comes to Star Platinum in the world and King Crimson and stuff, only being beat by like stands like the Star Platinum the World Over Heaven, King Crimson Requiem, and D4C. And this is excluding any rage buffs, but we'll talk about that later into the showcase. So let's get on to our first moves. To begin, let's begin with the first 3 projectile moves that Crazy Diamond has: Bearing Shot, Blood Slash, and Shard Shot. Now Bearing Shot is a very basic projectile move. It shoots out a projectile that does a small amount of damage and stuns for a small amount of time. This move is blockable. Now the next 2 attacks are what really is very interesting. Blood Slash is a projectile that shoots out blood, and if it hits the target, it will blind them and put a target on them. Now Shard Shot by itself is similar to Bearing Shot, however it does about half the damage, the stun is the same, and it's also blockable. What makes these last 2 moves interesting, however, is that when Blood Slash hits and the target or whatever, it leaves the target on the person / NPC. This makes Shard Shot a homing target and will chase the player. The Shard Shot then does more damage and block breaks. Now it's almost impossible to dodge this, kind of like Soft and Wet's Go Beyond move. However, I don't think you can dash out of this one, but it's counterable. Now the next move is called Crazy Wall. This attack makes your stand punch the ground, forming a wall. This attack has decent stun, block breaks, can't be perfect blocked, and has decent range. With this attack, it's basically a free attack whenever you're trying to combo somebody, as if done right can make it so that the wall is right behind the enemy, not letting them escape as you continue to beat down on them. And I'm not even talking about the move. The next attack is called You're in My Range. This attack punches the enemy and follows with a flurry of rapid punches. This attack is pretty similar to a beatdown, except it has a lower cooldown and does less damage. One of the main moves of Crazy Diamond is called Yo Angelo. Similarly to the anime or manga, whichever you guys prefer, it hits the enemy and traps them within a rock, allowing you to get some hits in, blind them with Blood Slash, or confirm a beatdown. Now, for the last attacking move, we have the beatdown. Inspired by the game Eyes of Heaven, just like Soft and Wet's beatdown is, as well as it is inspired by the anime when Josuke heals the user of Highway Star so that he can beat him up without it being considered cheating. This, like any usual beatdown, is a cutscene move that does a lot of damage in one hit. Crazy Diamond has the ability to switch from its attack mode to heal mode. This essentially allows Crazy Diamond to heal anything by just touching them. With this, anyone you hit with your hands will get healed for that amount of damage. The amount you heal can be upgraded in the skill tree. Now, for the final ability for Crazy Diamond, we have the Rage Counter. I left this for last as it is a buff type move, as it increases all the ability's power. When this move is used, you'll start combing your hair, and if somebody hits you, you get a rage bar. And while your rage is active, your base damage is increased to 11.8 damage per M1, and a 1.8 damage barrage hit. Now, and all your other abilities increase as well, apart from the beatdown, I believe. Now that we are done with the showcase, let's get to the conclusion to see if it's bad, good, or overpowered. And now, for the first time in these stand analysis videos, I'll be ranking the stands by 3 main points: power, abilities, and skill. The power is very simply just the base damage and speed of the stand. The next point is called abilities. This will have 2 sub-points: how good the abilities are and how well they work together. And for the final point, skill will depend how good you have to be with the stand in order to do good. Now I'll be ranking these points with letters, so from E to A being the best and E being the worst. For skill, it's going to be A the easiest to use and E being very hard to use. So now that we are done with explaining how we will be analyzing stand, let's get to the first point, which is power. Now for power, I'd have to give Crazy Diamond a solid A. The regular base damage and speed are already good on its own, and is already pretty high with a solid 8.9 per M1 hit. But after the rage boost, it goes up to 11.1, which is the second highest in the game, tying with KCR and falling short to D4C. And considering how easy it is to pull off a rage counter, I have to give it an A. The next point, abilities. Now for how good they are, I would have to give it a B. Now unlike with the power section where Crazy Diamond's attack was clearly an A, Crazy Diamond doesn't have anything that makes it outwardly exceptional. Unlike a stand like Star Platinum the World, where it has time stop, KC has time race, Soft and Wet has the go beyond move. Crazy Diamond's abilities are good but aren't anything above, and for that I might bring it down to a C. However, due to the heal mode and rage counter, I'll leave it as a B. Plus the amount of projectile also helps. Now, for how well they work together, Crazy Diamond has abilities that help it combo, but it isn't like Soft and Wet where he can easily combo with a couple of moves, and even Crazy Wall isn't the best combo extender. Projectiles also work well with Glass Shard and Blood Slash, but Crazy Diamond really only has those 2 attacks that work well with each other. Due to this, I'll have to give CD either D or C. However, due to the projectiles and the 2 moves that cause stun, so Yo, Angelo and Crazy Wall, I'll give it a C. Now for skill, Crazy Diamond can either be very good or very bad depending on how a person uses it. Again, some people in the comments might say, oh, that's the same with like any other stand. Is it though? I mean, with a stand like Star Platinum, just Star Platinum, not the world. That's a stand which requires a huge amount, well, not a huge amount, but it's one of the main stands that have a lot of people with actual skill involved. And then compare that to Star Platinum the World, which doesn't require that much skill due to its two insane moves, Time Stop and Beatdown. For someone without skill, it'll be hard to fight someone if they can't use it. So for skill, I'd give it a solid C, as it can go either way with a person. Now that I'm done with the analysis, this is the end of the video. The Jade Peace giveaway will be happening next Friday, since I'm going to be off for a little while. If you'd like to participate, comment E in the comments down below. If you'd like to see more of this type of content, like and subscribe. Join the Discord if you haven't yet, the link will be down in the description. There I'll be making polls for next videos and I'll notify for future giveaways. And now that the video is finally over, I'd like to say thank you for watching. This has been Man Fedora, and see ya.